absolutely. I think it's a great reason to watch the World Cup because you've got some really talented young cricketers who's going to be playing the first World Cup, and that also at home, whether it's Shubman Gill, Ishan Kishan, Kuldeep Yadav is another youngster, Mohammad Siraj, Shreyas Iyer, Surya Kumar Yadav. So there's a massive reason where you could see their skill and enjoy the occasion.
I think it's the best chance for India to end their 12-year wait for a World Cup win because most of the players are in their prime. There's a good mix of youth and experience, and they're playing some fabulous cricket the way India dominated the Asia Cup. So all in all, the signs look really, really good for India to have a successful campaign. And of course, the winners, hopefully India. Fingers crossed, because 15-19, that has been the trend. India is playing some fabulous cricket. Home conditions, it's going to be India.
The 2023 World Cup will be a fascinating contest. I think the rates of scoring in 50-over cricket has gone up a notch in the last couple of World Cups, and so fans really should stay tuned and tune in really for guys like Babar Azam, Virat Kohli, of course Jos Buttler, some of the best batters in the world, some of the best spinners in the world as well. Even some of the fast bowling on subcontinental pitches will be something to behold. New Zealand go one better than they did in 2015 and 2019. It's always possible with a New Zealand team who tend to lift their game for global tournaments. A couple of things that they'll have to struggle with is Kane Williamson's inactivity leading up to the World Cup with the injury. There's also Tim Southee, who has to get an operation on his finger, who's a key, a talisman for them with ball in hand.
They've got firepower all the way through their whole team. Their openers, Buttler, Bairstow, firepower, Liam Livingstone, Ben Stokes, with the bat and then with the ball. We've got Mark Wood, who's a world-class, very fast bowler. So he's going to be a handful.
There's a reason why you should watch this edition of the World Cup 2023. It is because the legends of this game, who has got plenty of runs especially, the likes of Virat Kohli's, Rohit Sharma's, Shakib al Hasan's, Williamson's, Steve Smith's, and when it comes to bowling, you get Mitchell Starks. You want to watch them playing this format to see what they can do. You might not see them after this, and it's your last chance. Maybe it's your last chance, so don't miss it.
It's going to be an outstanding game of cricket on the 14th, is it? Wherein India play Pakistan. Yes, India's record has been very good, and it's going to be a spectacle because the ground itself will set a tone. The biggest stadium in the world hosting an India Pak encounter, wherein probably fans from both countries will come and support their team. So if you are going to be there at the ground, you're going to be extremely fortunate to watch another level of spectacle, another level of cricket.
Pakistan have fielded a very strong team for this World Cup, but can they win the World Cup on Indian soil? The arch rivalry takes place at the biggest stadium in the world on 14th October. Can they turn the tables on its most favourite opponent? Only time will tell.
Yes, of course, we are going to be playing at Ahmedabad, which is one of the largest stadium in the world, and I'm really looking forward to see that game. This is going to be the biggest game the world has ever seen. So really keen and really pumped up for that game. And yes, Pakistan's track record is not that great in the World Cup, but it can always change.
And of course, the big match, the India-Pakistan rivalry. Look, I know that India has a significant upper hand, but you can never write off Pakistan in global tournaments. And if the 2022 matchup at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in the T20 World Cup is anything to go by, it will once again be one of the most watched matches in the history of the game.
The firepower that the Aussies have got, especially with the top order, our middle order, our bowling firepower as well. I think we're going to be very, very hard to beat.
Also going to be a special World Cup for the Fab 5 batsmen, and I just suspect that all those 5 batsmen may not be on display or on the field in the next edition of the 50-over event, and hence I feel that they are going to be extremely geared up. They are going to use this opportunity as an incentive to do greater deeds for their teams and seal their legacy in World Cup history.
Pitches that will suit the batters and short boundaries that will assist the hitters. On these batting-friendly wickets, records will tumble. Will we see the highest individual score being recorded this time? Or will a team get to the unattained 500 runs total?
So what's going to happen this time round? High scores, unless spinners play a big part. Most sides have got adequate spin and some have got match-winning spin. Whose World Cup will it be? Remember 2011 and MS and Sachin and Yuvraj? Will this be Virat's World Cup? He's on the brink of 50 ODI hundreds. That in itself is an extraordinary achievement. So maybe Virat and Rohit and those guys are going to be the heroes this time round. India or England to win it for me. They've got threats everywhere, but they seem, I think, the standout sides.
Will we see a team successfully chase 400, or will a batter hit the most sixes in an inning? Will this be a World Cup of records?
In a home World Cup, in the same way that Kohli carried Tendulkar around the Mumbai stadium and said, you know, Sachin's been carrying us around for the last 15, 20 years, he deserved that. I think there will not be a dry eye in the house if Virat Kohli hits the winning run to win the World Cup for India.
Pakistan team in this World Cup is very, very strong. We all know that, and that's because Pakistan bowling attack is one of the best in the world. Unfortunately, Naseem Shah is not going to be there. That is a small setback, but I still feel that Pakistan's bowling attack is such that they can really challenge any side in this World Cup. So I feel they are contender. They have a really good chance of winning this World Cup.
Look, make sure there's another reason. It's a festive season. Diwali will be around the corner as well, and make sure that it becomes even a bigger festival. And India's got the opportunity to host 10 nations World Cup, 50-over World Cup. So make sure we enjoy the occasion. We give great hospitality, which we are anyways great hosts, and I'm sure that all the 9 nations apart from India enjoy the hospitality and enjoy the culture of India.